All right, we're back, and we saw Penn State blow a lead, much like they did in the Rose Bowl. They had Ohio State on the ropes, and they let them back into the game. A block punt, turning point. Next thing you know, Barrett goes 16 for 16 to end the game. They lose 39-38. So the question now to the panel, how far will they fall? We see the Associated Press ones are out, and Penn State drops to 7. So, Tim Benz, how far do you think they'll fall when it comes to the College Bowl National Championship playoff rankings, which come out on Tuesday?
Right there.
7.
7 or 8? Yeah, 7 or 8 seems fine to me.
Isn't that a lot, though, for a team that lost by just 1 point to a team that was ranked 6th in the country in their building?
Well, who else? I mean, but they've got Ohio State. Obviously, got to rank them in front of them. You got Wisconsin, who's unbeaten in their own conference. You got Miami, who's unbeaten in the ACC. You got the 2 SEC schools, and you got Notre Dame right there. That gets you down to 7. I mean, like, what do they do that is deserved in your eyes, Bob, to be in front of any of those schools?
Their only loss was to a team that was ranked 6th by 1 in their building, and Oklahoma, which is in this conversation, gets blown out by a team, Iowa State at the time, which was a 30-point underdog.
Who cares what the Vegas line says? Why does that matter?
And Oklahoma also went to that same field that Penn State lost.
Blew them out. Played to the flag.
But their one loss was to 30-point underdog Iowa State. That's all.
Okay, but Iowa State just beat TCU. Previously was unbeaten, so obviously Iowa State was.
It doesn't matter what. You know, that's the stupidest thing. At the time, they were unranked, or at the time
they were.
Well, Alabama beat Florida State when they were number 5 in the country. So are we going to give them that's a great win now? I mean, come on. What is Florida State? They're like 2-8 or something. They're horrendous. They just got blown out by Boston College.
All right, so where will they be, Paul?
What are they right now is what matters. And to me, 7 or 8 is fine for Penn State. I mean, seriously, they beat a okay, decent Michigan team that, you know, I don't think is really anything special. And that's really the entire body of work, is they beat an okay Michigan team on their home field.
Jason Mackey, what do you say?
I hate rankings. I hate this idea that we're debating 7 versus 8 versus 3 versus 4. Just put a playoff system in so we can stop this stupidity, like a real playoff system.
All right, but since we have this rating, tell me where you think they should fall.
I'm with Tim. I came in here thinking that that was too harsh. But honestly, the names he ticked off, what can you say that Penn State has done that would merit putting them in front of anybody else?
And Bob, don't be so concerned about it. I mean, the 2 SEC schools, one will knock off the other. The 2 ACC schools, one will knock off the other. They're going to need help from somebody else to beat Ohio State.
I understand that.
So, I mean, like, you know, we can get all flustered about it that they're at 6 versus 7, but really, what difference does it make right now?
Penn State doesn't have enough quality wins. They haven't beaten anybody. I get that the loss was good. You know, it's not a harsh loss. It's just you don't have anything you can hang your hat on.
And let's not be hypocrites about this if we're going to, back Penn State on this discussion, because last year, Penn State fans wanted the record to count and not the perception. So now we're suggesting that the perception should be that Penn State is higher because of the quality of the loss. You're arguing against what you argued for all of last year to try to get them into the Final Four in front of Ohio State.
Well, all I know is that Notre Dame's in this too, and they should be but they shouldn't have jumped 5 spots for a win over North Carolina State. I didn't think that was worthy of a 5-jump spot, but again, it always does. It works out at the end, and you end up with Alabama, Georgia, likely Ohio State, Wisconsin, or Clemson, or one of the, so 4 teams.
It'll be a Big Ten team.
And here's the thing: if Washington wins out and wins the Pac-12, they have a better claim than Penn State if Penn State has 1 loss and doesn't get to the championship game of the Big Ten.
But if Penn State has 1 loss, they're going to get to the championship, won't they?
No, because
Ohio State loses to Michigan, right? They have to do that. Okay, There's a lot yet to go. But anyway, it makes for good debate. It always does. When we come back, there's a debate going on in the NFL about Joe Flacco's hit by Kiko Alonso. Should he be suspended for this? We'll talk about it when we come back. We're live with the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown.